Bitly is a tool that generates a short URL from a longer one. The short link can be used and sent via SMS text message, Twitter, email, or in a presentation. If, for example, a presenter is wanting to share a URL at which to download a copy of the presentation, they can include a shortened link on the last slide that's much easier for attendees to write down and use later. In addition to saving time and frustration when sharing URLs, registered users can track their shared links referred to within the tool as bitlinks and view the number of times each has been accessed via the short URL. Also, bitlinks can be added to bundles, which are collections of bitlinks that can be private for the user, shared with a group of other teachers or students who are also Bitly users, or made public. When a user creates a bundle, they can add other users as curators who can also contribute to bundle. Bitly also tracks the number of times bundles are viewed. People can also add comments to the bitlinks within bundles. So here is what Bitly looks like when you first come to the page. You can see if you enter a URL at the top here, it'll go ahead and shorten it for you. You don't even have to log in. So here I'll do www.bioedonline.org and hit return. And so then it generates this shortened URL here. So you can see how many times in the past this URL has been accessed here, and this is prior to me creating this particular link. So somebody in the past has shortened bioedonline.org, and it's been clicked this many times. So if I just copy the link that you see here, I can paste it into a presentation and use it that way, or I can send it via email or any other way. One thing that I'm going to point out is that these letters here are actually case sensitive, meaning that the capital V and the capital W have to be capitalized, and the lowercase e and lowercase j, they have to be lowercase. So it is case sensitive. So this is what you see once you log on to Bitly. You see a list of all the links that I created previously for the example here. You can see that these are the shortened links. I can toggle this button to make it public or private. I can also add notes here to describe it if I'd like. Additionally, I can delete my bitlink if I want to do that. If I go here to the stats section, I can view the number of times each URL has been clicked, and then here's some additional information for that. Here is an example of the bundle that I've made. So this is one that I created for the example, and so it just has a whole bunch of links that I've added for some Bioed Online Teachers Guide. You can see that right now it's not private, it's public. So anybody who goes to this URL here can actually access my shared links. Here's where I can add another curator if there's somebody else on my teaching team or anything like that that I want to allow them to modify the links. I can add another curator. I can also delete this entire package if I'd like. As you can see, it's a pretty useful and powerful tool. It's wonderful that you can create shortened links without actually having to use a login. There are other tools like Google that will actually do that as well. But Bitly was one of the earlier ones and more popular. So it's useful in that regard. Like I said, it is important to note that the URLs are case sensitive. So if you use it in a presentation, you want to make sure when people write it down that they write down the correct case. And then that way whenever they enter it in the correct case to make sure that they end up where they want to go. So that's one just key point to using Bitly or really most URL shorteners. Another drawback that I came across when creating my example was it was actually quite tedious to add the 24 links to this bundle. But I mean, it's, it depends on your use, but that's probably not going to preclude you from actually using a bundle. But it would be nice if an easier list import was available. So that's an overview of Bitly, and I think that you guys should check it out.